Sergeant, please restore the maze. Any petition? No, Mr. Speaker. Statement by the Leader of the House?
None, Mr. Speaker.
Any matter of urgent public importance? None, Mr. Speaker. Any personal explanation? Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, the first order on the order paper is approval of the votes and proceedings of Tuesday, 25th November 2025. Vote number 28.
Speaker. Any personal explanation? Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, the first order on the order paper is approval of the votes and proceedings of Tuesday, 25th November 2025. Vote number 28.
Dear colleagues, the votes and proceedings of Tuesday, the 26th Any amendments? Member presenting Isoko South 1, South 2.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, dear colleagues, I'm Honorable Chief Dr. Ferguson Omo. I represent everyone in Isoko South 22. My indulgence to draw the attention of Mr. Speaker and the House to paragraph 3, line 4. I think the birthdays of the page 2, the birthday of the Leader of the House and Mr. Speaker's wife, the same day, 20th day of November 2025. So it is not different birthdays. So if you read who celebrated their birthday on the Thursday, 20th day of November 2025. Consequentially, line 6 also had that same error too. Mr. Speaker therefore congratulated his wife and the wife of the Leader of the House on their birthday. The day is 20th of November, same day. That is my correction. Thank you very much.
Table, please take notes. Any other amendments? Member represent Dokwa West.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Charles Chukwemeke Emetulu, Dokwa West State Constituency. Mr. Speaker, still on that paragraph, I think the birthdays should be restored. There's nothing wrong with it. Where I have issues would be in the way the expression has been framed. The Leader of the House and Member President Anocha note.
Member President Dokwa West, please sit down. Dear colleagues, this order has been suspended. Clerk.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable Speaker, and presentation of the year 2026 appropriation bill by His Excellency, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff F.O. Oborevwori, Governor of Delta State.
Your Excellency, the Governor of Delta State, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Francis Oborevwori, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Delta State, Sir Monday Oyeme, the Honorable Chief Judge of Delta State, Honorable Justice Teresa Diaye, the State Chairman of our great party, the All Progressive Congress, Chief Omene Sobotie, the Deputy Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Arthur Akpowo, Esquire, the Pioneer Speaker and other former speakers of the Delta State House of Assembly, principal officers and distinguished members of the Delta State House of Assembly, both sitting and non-sitting members of the Delta State House of Assembly, members of the State Executive Council, party leaders here present, all government functionaries here present, gentlemen of the press, ladies and gentlemen. It is with great honor and a deep sense of responsibility that I warmly welcome His Excellency, our dear Governor, members of the Executive, and everyone to this hallowed chamber for the presentation of the proposed 2026 appropriation bill. This moment is significant because it is an affirmation of the covenant between the government and the people being represented by the 29 honorable members of the House. Indeed, it provides a rare opportunity for the executive led by His Excellency, the Governor, to outline its vision, priorities, policy direction, and blueprint for the socio-economic development of the state for the next fiscal year. Our dear Governor, being the immediate past Speaker of this Honorable House, has a deep understanding of legislative process that strengthens the governance architecture of the state. For sake of emphasis, the annual budget presentation remains one of the most important engagements in our democratic tradition. It embodies transparency, reinforces accountability, and provides a clear roadmap for direction in which government intends to steer the state in the coming fiscal year. Today's plenary, therefore, highlights the harmonious interplay between the executive and the legislature in shaping policy, guiding development, and ensuring that governance remains people-centered. Your Excellency, your presence here today demonstrates the cordial and productive relationship that exists between the House and the Executive. This House remains committed to sustaining this partnership, one built on mutual respect, constructive engagement, and strict adherence to constitutional boundaries that preserve the sanctity of non-interference and the independence of each arm of government. Sir, with all sense of duty, permit me to formally commend your administration for the steady strides recorded under the renewed hope for more agenda. Over the past year, we have witnessed sustained investments in critical infrastructure, impactful social interventions, prudent fiscal management of resources, and strategic initiatives aimed at promoting peace, security, and economic stability across the states. Your Excellency, it is indisputable that your leadership has ensured the continuation of key legacy projects, expansion of road networks, ongoing construction of 5 strategic flyovers, improvement of healthcare facilities, empowerment programs for youth and women, and the strengthening of the educational system. This intervention have not only elevated the quality of life for our people, but have also reaffirmed the state position as a subnational model of development. With a great heart, Your Excellency, the leadership and members of the House, with a grateful heart, Your Excellency, the leadership and members of the House, and the entire staff of the Assembly Service acknowledge with deep appreciation your administration's commitment to the welfare of its workforce. We cannot thank you enough for the approval and payment of the Consolidated Legislative Salary Structure, CONLES, construction of the permanent office for the Delta State House of Assembly Service Commission, as well as the clinic, the Assembly states that have adopted payment of CONLES for a stronger and more efficient legislation. Your Excellency, we have no doubt the 2026 fiscal year presents both opportunities and responsibility for the state. The projection in the fiscal strategy paper, FSP, for 2026, 2027, and 2028, approved by this Honorable House, reflect national, regional, and global economic dynamics. Therefore, we hope and expect that the 2026 budget will consolidate the ongoing infrastructure projects, provide durable support for SMEs, strengthen social services and human capital development, protect the vulnerable people in the society, promote peace, security, and environmental sustainability across the state, expand internally generated revenue mechanisms, and ensure equitable development across the state. Your Excellency, I want to assure you that the entire members of this 8th Assembly are united behind your vision for the transformation of the state. While our roles in government are distinct and protected by the Constitution, our objectives remain aligned, delivering the greatest good to the greatest number of Deltans. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as a proposed 2026 budget will be laid before the House by His Excellency the Governor, this Honorable House assures you of our thorough, transparent, and speedy legislative consideration. We will do so with the ultimate goal of ensuring that the budget delivers meaningful impact to our people and furthers the progress already being recorded across the state. Once again, on behalf of the leadership and members of the 8th Assembly, I welcome Your Excellency and your team to this hallowed chamber. Thank you, and may God bless you, and God bless the whole state. It is on this note, and it is my honor and privilege to formally invite His Excellency, Right Honorable Elder Sheriff Francis Oborevwori, the Governor of Delta State, to present the proposed 2026 appropriation bill to the House.
Your Excellency, more than women, very reliable and dependable. Mr. Speaker, the speaking speaker, Right Honorable Oborevwori, the Deputy Speaker of the Delta State Assembly, Right Honorable Oborevwori, the CJ, who is here represented, Customary Court of Appeal, Honorable Justice Ugozi Ujubana Oshederi, Chairman APC, Delta State, Eda Omeni Sobotie, the Majority Leader of the Delta State of Assembly, Principal Officers of the Delta State of Assembly, members of the Delta State of Assembly. Let me especially recognize former speakers and deputy speaker yesterday. No city members of the Assembly, honorable commissioners, political advisor, chief economic advisor, other special advisors, chairman of commission, board and agencies, the clerk, management and staff of the Delta State of Assembly, other top government officials, and dear people of Delta State, gentlemen of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I rise to present this honorable house the budget estimate for the 2026 fiscal year, pursuant to Section 121 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as altered. In doing so, let it be known to this house that the Delta State Executive Council approved that these proposals submitted to the Delta State Assembly for consideration, debate, and approval. I present this budget in an economic environment of renewed hope for the country. The economic outlook 2026 broadly optimistic, with the GDP growth projected at 3.9%. With continued stability in fiscal and monetary policies, rising oil revenues, the implementation of tax reforms, and improved foreign direct investment, the economy is on track for full recovery. This envisaged a renewed federal government efforts tackling insecurity, boost agricultural production, ease the movement of goods and services, leading to a more business-friendly environment, a stronger economy, and improved living standards. The 2026 budget therefore seeks growth within a stable macroeconomic environment. Please focus on the long-term economic growth that is inclusive, developing human capital, accelerating infrastructure renewal, enhancing social cohesion, reducing the debt burden, and managing our resources better. Meanwhile, our decision to join the All Progressive Congress during this year offers us a unique opportunity to connect to the center as a major contributor to the center. In keeping with the consultative approach of this administration, this budget has been enriched with inputs from relevant stakeholders, President Generals of communities, civil society organizations, NGOs, Association of Professional Bodies, Chamber of Commerce, major state contractors, local and international, banks, and artisan unions. Therefore, reflect our priorities and goals as a people, focusing on critical areas that will drive economic growth, improve infrastructure, enhance education and healthcare delivery, as well as promote the overall welfare of our people. Mr. Speaker, the draft estimates are intended to strategically strengthen our achievements in the areas of creating conducive environment for local and foreign investors, providing opportunities for human capital development, revitalizing social services, as well as building critical infrastructure for sustainable development. I am confident that this budget will enable us to make significant strides towards addressing the challenges facing our state while building on the progress we have made so far. It is a budget that seeks to balance our aspirations with fiscal prudence, ensuring that we allocate resources efficiently and effectively. But before I dive into the details of the budget proposals, it is pertinent that I take some minutes to review our performance with previous appropriations. Mr. Speaker, our report card shows that we are making steady progress on the promises we made before we assumed office. The successes and accomplishments are too numerous to mention here. However, permit me to share some highlights with this Honorable House. Our administration has maintained fiscal discipline, implementing effective cost control measures, and strengthening institutions overseeing government contracts and procurement. We have introduced competitive bidding, price and project monitoring to ensure value for money and compliance with specified standards. Our projects are now not only of higher quality, implementation is also timelier, resulting in less project attrition and cost overruns. This administration has continued its aggressive and sustained debt repayment drive. Our internally generated revenue grew by over 90% in the first 18 months, from 83 billion naira in May 2023 to 158 billion naira as of December 2024. We are on track to surpass 200 billion, an increase of 140 by end of 2025. The improved performance is because of plugging tax leakages and widening the tax net to include the informal sector. We are also enhancing taxpayers' education, simplifying compliance, and automating collection processes. All these were achieved without any additional tax burden on the people. Additionally, Mr. Speaker, we are exploring new revenue streams, including the development of the Cocoa Kwale Free Trade Zone, which is currently home to 11 anchor tenants. You will recall that I recently performed groundbreaking event of Wale Free Trade Zone facility. The Delta Azure Carbon Mosaic Project, a transformational nature-based initiative of the government, is gaining traction. We are collaborating with the federal government through the Federal Ministry of Finance, who have indicated strong equity interest in the project because of its potentially strong cash flow. Mr. Speaker, it is worth mentioning that Delta State government has a monthly wage bill of 16 billion naira, which is about the highest in the country among sub-nationals. Yet, the salaries of government workers are paid on before 25th day of every month. We have also settled promotion arrears and only recently approved the sum of 100 billion to offset the backlog of pension arrears. This is in addition to various monthly payment releases, which add up to about 2.03 billion in pension settlement. To say that in every month, in pension settlement, 2.03 billion. Furthermore, despite the huge investment in improving public infrastructure, we have not borrowed a dime, underscoring our commitment to fiscal discipline and prudent financial management. Contractors are now not only mobilized, but all duly verified certificates of job completion are authorized for payment within a week. Only recently, this administration approved the payment of 8.4 billion to pay down contractors' liabilities dating as far back as 2010 in Desopade. We have redoubled our effort to build resilient and sustainable infrastructure that will drastically improve the living conditions of our people in their towns and communities. And we are committed to ensuring that every part of the state is covered in our infrastructure development agenda. Our urban centers and rural communities are undergoing rapid transformation with several construction projects going on across the state. We are improving connectivity and leakages between communities through the construction of roads, bridges, flyovers, and general improvement in road and other infrastructure. Of huge significance is our intervention in federal roads within the state. As you are aware, we recently flagged off the reconstruction of section of Oborevwori Sapele Benin dual carriage way. That is from the end of the U-turn at Spare Parts Market Efru to after Ure Junction before Ometa Bridge in Uwie and Okpe local government areas. This administration has awarded the contract of the construction of flyovers at Otowodo Junction in Ugele and Uromi Junction at Agbo. Meanwhile, significant progress has been made with the construction of flyovers as PTI Junction, DSC Roundabout, and NRA Junction. These three flyovers, hopefully before the second quarter of next year, we will commission them. These are federal rules. They will decide to intervene to ease the daily commute of our people and ensure public safety. We are the one using the road. Whether it is state or federal, we are all together, and any job we are doing in this state, the same federal government doing it, because we belong to the same government. We are not in opposition. So we are all connected to the center. So it's the same federal government, whether state or federal, is one. The construction of Trans-Wario-De Shekiri Road with 15 bridges and access roads has reached advanced stage. and it is expected to be completed before the end of this year. This project have stayed for 19 years, and we took the decision that we must complete this project this year. And by the grace of God, this project will be completed by end of this December. And by first quarter of next year, we will commission project. But the good thing is that this project is critical infrastructure that leads to 10 communities across the Oborevwori River, namely Budgjet, Ajeta, Ife, Ijala, Igbodede, Orugbo, Ajigba, Inori, Usele, and terminates at Udeshekiri. The contract was awarded 2006 by the then Governor J.C. Buri. The Governor of Oborevwori got it off the drawing board. My predecessor, Senator Yokowa, put the project back on track by offsetting some outstanding liabilities and approved a reappraisal of the scope of work. This administration took the bold step of clearing all outstanding contractual liabilities and pump in the resources needed to complete this mega project. Like I have said, by the grace of God, by next month, the project will be completed. The Asaba Waterfront City is another of our flagship projects. It is a misused urban renewal guaranteed to business of the state capital when completed. I am pleased to report that the access route to the mega project is nearing completion. The reconstruction of the Oborevwori Township Stadium is also on course. When completed, it will be a landmark sporting edifice, comparable only to some of the best around the country. The Oborevwori and Asaba stormwater drainage projects are also progressing steadily, as well as the solar light initiative of some major roads within the state. Other notable projects that need to be highlighted here include completion of Isele Asagba Otulu Road in Anosha South, Anosha North Local Government Area. Construction of Umo Shimi Road with spur to Ogbe Aku Market and SA House on Shugbo in Anosha North Local Government. Completion of the dualization of 21.2 kilometer Ugele Asaba Road Sector C in Anosha South Local Government Area. Completion of dualization of 18 kilometer Ugele Asaba Road Sector C1 Osisa to Kwale Junction Ogbachuku in Anosha South Local Government Area. Construction of Torubene Ojobo Road Section A in Burutu Local Government. Construction of Ayakroma Bridge across River Focados at Ayakroma in Burutu Local Government Area. Rehabilitation of Bomadi Barikolo Road in Bomadi Local Government Area. Rehabilitation of 30 kilometer road Local Government Area. Rehabilitation of restoration and asphalt overlay of 35 kilometer Oborevwori Ovu Okori Road in Etiop East Local Government Area. Construction of Samagidi Ediagbo Village Road Egbo Etiop East Local Government Area. The construction of Unogo Community Road from Benin Express to Ovade. Construction of internal roads in College of Education, Mosuga, Phase 1, Etiop West Local Government Area. Completion of construction of the drainage channel from Owa Lero and its environs through Owa Alizomo and Owa Ofie to link Iyi Ama stream in Ika Northeast Local Government Area. Completion of 11 kilometer Bojiboji Owa to Lokpo Old Diffree Road in Ika Northeast Local Government Area. Design and construction of a flyover at Uromi junction in Agbo, Ika South local government area. Flood control measures from Urikeze Avenue junction through Ogbemude and Uromi roads to Orogodo River in the Ika South local government area. Construction of 24 kilometer Elu Oborevwori of Agbe, Oria Iri, Okpe Isoko, Uro Iri, Adairi Road in Isoko North and Isoko South local government areas. Construction of Emevo Road, Orogu Road phase 2. We have commissioned phase 1, we're on phase 2 now in Isoko North local government area. Construction of Opolo Ewen Ugwenu Road phase 3, Isoko South local government area. Dualization of 43.5 kilometer Ugele Asaba Road, Sector A in Isoko South local government area. Construction of 10.9 kilometer Abo Akara Road with a bridge across Okiri River in Ndokwa East local government area. Construction of Chief James Ezeshi Street, Umuaga Quarters, Okpai in Ndokwa East local government area. Construction of Kwale Beneku Bridge and approach roads in Ndokwa West and Ndokwa local government areas. Construction of Uzere Asabase Road with a bridge in Ndokwa East and Isoko South local government area. Construction of Innam Abi Access Road and Indemili Utagbuno Road, both in Ndokwa West local government area. Construction of Eku Osubi Road from PTI Junction to Osubi in Uwe and Okpe local government areas. Stormwater management control measure in Osubi, Okpe local government area. Rehabilitation and expansion of the Umeje Road with drains in Ibuzo, Oshimili North local government area. Construction of 12 kilometer Okpanam Ugbolu Road in Oshimili North local government area. Construction of flood control measures on Summit Road through Iweli Street, St. Patrick College, West End Miss Secondary School, Ushe Medwal Ige Close to Amili Mosha Stream, Asaba in Oshimili South local government area. Construction of Oko Amakon, Oko Obioko, Oko Anala, Oko Ogbele Road, phase 2. We have completed phase 1, on phase 2 now in Oshimili South local government area. Construction of Oborevwori Secondary Commercial School Road in Patani local government area. Construction of Bulu Agama Road off Ugele Patani Express Junction in Patani local government area. Construction, reconstruction and rehabilitation of roads in Sapele local government area. Construction of Ituru Road, Elume, Sapele local government area. Construction of Basin Road off College Road, Alaja in Udu local government area. Reconstruction and construction of Opete Road from DSC Expressway by Plantation City to Opete Waterside in Udu local government area. Construction of roads around Otowodo Junction, local government area. Rehabilitation of Ugele Ehidi Road and construction of Chief Lin Ivye Akporieche Road, Ugele North local government area. Construction of bridge across Orere River with access and spur in Orere Town, Unugele South local government area. Rehabilitation of Ekakpamre, Ekrokwe, Usiefun, Orugoru Road in Ugele South and Udu local government areas. Construction of 7.4 kilometer Amai Aragba Road in Ukwani local government area. Construction of Ubiaruku, Umuebu Road, phase 2 in Ukwani local government area. Rehabilitation and asphalt overlay of Uti Road and PTI Road in a full local government area. The asphalt overlay of the NNPC Housing Complex Road, Ekpan in Uwe local government area. Rehabilitation of Olupalas Road, Ugbori, Ikurede Shekiri Road, and construction of Urugbo Road in Warri South local government area. Construction of flood control measures and storm water drainage phase 2 in Warri South local government area and Uwe local government areas. Construction of 18 kilometer Okrekoko, Pepema, Okogdiagbene Road with a spur to Tetepo in Warri Southwest local government area. construction of Benekuku Township Road, Phase 2 in Warri Southwest Local Government Area. Construction of Kolokolo Tisu Road in Warri North Local Government Area. Construction of Ogbudubudu Community Road in Egbema Kingdom, Phase 2 in Warri North Local Government Area. Furthermore, there are several ongoing and completed projects in the 25 local government areas, with some awaiting commissioning. We know that not all we can commission, but we can see that we have touched each of the local government. There's no local government in Delta State that has not been touched. No, none. The last 2.5 years, we have been economically challenging to our people. To help navigate the process, we have remained deliberate, intentional, and proactive in providing a safety net for vulnerable groups through well-targeted social protection initiatives. Other various platforms of the Delta Community Action for Resilience and Economic Stimulus Program, 307,600 beneficiaries, including the elderly, people living with disabilities, and other vulnerable groups, have so far been empowered. We have also implemented other interventions like cash grants and business support packages under the More Grant Scheme for petty traders, artisans, and female entrepreneurs, More Biz Up Program, Women Empowerment and Skill Acquisition Program, and Working Fingers Initiative. By first quarter of next year, I've told the Commissioner for Women Affairs, the Commissioner for Youth, Commissioner for Humanitarian, and the Job Creation that we're going to do heavy empowerment to see how we can strengthen our people in the first quarter of next year. The Widows Welfare Scheme was relaunched in June this year, and the government supports 10,000 widows with 150 million monthly. In addition, the beneficiaries were enrolled in the Contributory Health Insurance Scheme of the state at the expense of the government. As a result, these widows can access healthcare services free of charge through accredited hospitals and primary healthcare centers in their localities. The most important thing about this widows program is not about the money we are giving them every month. The money is regular, but this healthcare, it will strengthen them more. You understand? Because you can be giving them money and you don't have a healthcare. So the money we are putting in the healthcare for 10,000 widows is something that is commendable. As I said during the relaunch, the Widow Welfare Scheme is non-political and cut across religious divides. In line with our policy of prioritizing governance over politics, beneficiaries were drawn from the 270 federal wards in the state after a rigorous selection process that was undertaken by the offices. I want to emphasize the fact that the key to a just and inclusive society is when the citizens do not feel deprived or disadvantaged, but are provided the enabling environment and given the opportunities to grow. Our administration is fully committed to what government is expected to do for its citizenry, which is to build a strong and inclusive economy that empowers even the most vulnerable in the society and promotes shared prosperity. Peace and security. Without peace and security, there will be no. I am pleased to report that concerted and ongoing efforts by government in collaboration with the security agency in the state are yielding positive results. We have continued to invest massively in the procurement and deployment of critical equipment, including vehicles, communication gadgets, and surveillance tools to security agencies in the state to aid their effectiveness. Our efforts in this regard have strengthened the security architecture in Delta State, boosted morale among security personnel and local communities, improved trust between security forces and residents, and created a safer environment for economic and social activities. It is gratifying to know that all the security agencies in the state are working with a unified sense of purpose, and this synergy has been critical in combating insecurity and apprehending criminal elements who are bent on fomenting trouble in the state. Last month, the Delta State Security Service, acting on credible intelligence, intercepted a cache of arms, including 7 GPMGs, 7 rifles, pump actions, 5 grenades, and other illegal items from a gun runner who hailed from another state. The State Joint Task Force, Operation Data Sweep, has been relentless in its mission to strengthen security presence, dismantle criminal networks, and restore peace across designated areas of responsibility. Coordinated operations of the task force led to the neutralization of kidnapping syndicates in Agbo, Ogwachuku, and Asaba, as well as drug cartels in Sapele, Oborevwori, and Asaba. Meanwhile, the task force has expanded its operational basis to enhance its strategic reach, improve rapid responsibilities, include rapid response capabilities, and provide stronger security coverage. Through sustained patrols by the task force, especially midnight patrols, intelligence-driven raids, and community engagement, relative peace has been achieved statewide. You can see we are in Amber Month. We are enjoying peace in this December. And I believe that between now and New Year, there will be peace in Delta State. In line with the enhanced peace and security goal of the MORE agenda, the government formally launched the Delta State Security Trust Fund in October this year. The launch was a resounding success. For the record, the fundraising exercise was undertaken to fund the establishment of a command and control center to receive, monitor, analyze, and respond to distress within the state. Consolidate on surveillance around the state, especially in major urban centers. Acquire operational vehicles and state-of-the-art security equipment. Fund Operation Data Sweep and other established tactical units across the state. Fund and equip local vigilantes group to complement security agencies in the 25 local government areas of the state, and provide security and intelligent training and retraining of security personnel. Health. Delta State has maintained its front-runner status in the Federation in the provision of health insurance, pursuant to the attainment of universal health coverage. The Delta State Contributory Health Commission continues to record impressive year-on-year increase in enrollment figures. We are the first and only state to achieve a coverage of over 2 million people in the contributory health insurance scheme. As at October 31st, 2025, the total number of beneficiaries enrolled under the various platforms of the Delta State Contributory Health Commission was 2,729,729. The Delta State Contributory Health Commission has expanded effective coverage from 27.64% in 2023 to 48.43% in 2025. an increase of 20.79% points in less than 2 years, demonstrating a strong and accelerating trajectory toward universal health coverage in Delta State. It recorded 27.07% enrollment growth in 2025 alone, a reflection of rising public confidence in the scheme and the impact of strengthening service delivery and targeted outreach. This government is committed to ensuring that every Delta enjoys equitable, affordable, and sustainable healthcare access. This administration also achieved significant milestones in the provision of health infrastructure. After a thorough needs assessment, it was discovered that Delta State University Teaching Hospital, DSUT, Ugara, and Central Hospital Oborevwori did not have any functional CT scan. This necessitated the procurement and delivery of 32 slide and 64 CT scans to Central Hospital Oborevwori and DSUT respectively. During the year, this administration also procured and installed 9 ventilators for 4 hospitals, namely Central Hospital Oborevwori, Central Hospital Sapele, DSUT, and Asaba Specialist Hospital. An echocardiography scan was also supplied to DSUT to investigate patients with heart diseases. Worthy of note is the establishment of a new dialysis center at Asaba Specialist Hospital to ease the treatment of renal patients. Similarly, new intensive care units were created in Central Hospital Oborevwori and Central Hospital Sapele to attend to critical ill patients. Meanwhile, we have placed order for 3 MRI machines currently being manufactured to our specification by Siemens in Germany. The 3 MRI machines are meant for Asaba Specialist Hospital, Central Hospital Oborevwori, and Delta State University Teaching Hospital Ugara. We have embarked on the expansion and upgrade of hospital facilities, in addition to building new ones. Some of the major projects undertaken are so many, very many, but I can't mention all of them here. Construction of primary healthcare center Okwama, renovation of main building and fencing of healthcare center Ohio, renovation of the updated building at primary healthcare center Torigbene, comprehensive renovation of drug revolving fund in Asaba, renovation and rehabilitation of facilities at St. General Hospital Akugigbo, construction, rehabilitation and upgrade General Hospital Urope, construction of prototype block of 2 classroom 100 capacity at the State College of Nursing Asaba. Same in Eku, also in Sapele, construction of facility at the Cottage Hospital Ugidigbe, construction of hospital main and auxiliary building Osubi, re-award of the contract for the completion of the 100-bed maternal and child center IKPA in Uyo local government, construction of College of Medical Science complex at the University of Delta Agbo. These achievements demonstrate our resolve to improve healthcare delivery in the state because the healthy population is essential for improved productivity and better living standards. In education, Mr. Speaker, we have made notable strides in improving the quality of education in Delta State. Most people are not aware of the university we have, the technical colleges and all that, but I just need to name some of them. With Delta State have 4 state-owned universities, 3 polytechnics, 2 colleges of education, 2 colleges of health technology, 5 colleges of nursing science, 10 technical colleges, 498 secondary schools, and 1,142 primary schools. Delta State is a force to reckon with in the educational space. It is also clearly shows how much we prioritize education as a means of social transformation and development. I'm happy to note, Mr. Speaker, that my administration is not only upholding this legacy, it is also expanding it. The quality of instruction in our public schools is not only very good, it is globally competitive. This is evident from the exploits of our students at the World Business School debate in Doha, Qatar, held in July 2025, where they emerged first overall, putting Delta State on the global map of academic excellence. As I noted during the presentation of 2025 budget proposals, education is critical and component of our state's development. And this administration is committed to ensuring that every citizen has access to quality, functional and affordable education. Quality, functional education is a key driver of economic growth and provides a solid foundation for personal success. Currently, numerous capital projects are ongoing in primary and secondary schools across the state. I am pleased to inform this House that the modern technical college at Omadino has been completed, waiting commissioning. Furthermore, this administration has employed over 3,497 teachers in primary schools, enhancing the teacher-student ratio. During this year, we invested in capacity building for teachers, providing in-house training for secondary school teachers and staff of the Delta State Post-Primary Education Board to enhance teaching and administrative skills. We are providing our students with the best possible learning experience. In the tertiary education subsector, we have invested heavily in infrastructure development, constructing and renovating educational facilities, including the administrative building, Vice Chancellor's Lodge, Staff School Building, and University Guest House at Southern Delta University, Ozoro. Other universities, Sadebe University, Unidel, all projects are going on there. The local campus is now functional. This administration has employed over 1,000 non-academic staff, academic and non-academic staff for our tertiary institutions, and introduced new academic programs, taking this total to over 40 disciplines in the last 2 years. This has not only improved the quality of education, but also increased access to higher education for our children and wards, as well as expanded their career choices. On student assistance programs, we have continued to give bursary awards to students of Delta State origin in tertiary institutions. This has brought succor to families of the beneficiaries and ensures that these students focus on their studies. This administration enacted the Delta State Electricity Law to demonstrate the 2023 Electricity Act of the federal government. The Delta State Electricity Commission will be established in due course. Meanwhile, I have approved the appointment of a consultant to help develop an electricity master plan, as well as a roadmap to help actualize our objective of a reliable and efficient electricity supply for the state. In the year under review, we signed a memorandum of understanding with the Federal Rural Electrification Agency to deepen our electricity supply sources. We have adopted the mini-grid model in the state, which allows multiple operators provide end-to-end electricity solutions, especially to our rural and underserved communities from renewable sources like solar. This arrangement is expected to improve energy sustainability and help reduce our dependence on a single energy source. In addition, we have also approved the extension of electricity supply to various communities, including Orugbo, Odeshek, and other places. These initiatives underscore our commitment to improving electricity supply, promoting economic growth, and enhancing the quality of life of our citizens. In agriculture, we are actively working to improve farming, agribusiness, and the entire agricultural value chain through various initiatives to achieve a broad-based and diversified economy. We have entered a strategic PPP arrangement with Mediaville Agro Limited to drive cassava, rice, and industrial starch production through an aqua-farmer model. The initiative guarantees offtake at pre-agreed prices and incorporate profit sharing to enhance farmer earnings and incentivize productivity. To support cluster production and scale up, the state has allocated land in locations including Bakele, Orope, Aviara, and Egbudu Aka. The project is designed to transition from primary cultivation into a fully integrated agro-processing value chain, supplying feedstocks for planned starch processing facilities and strengthening rural economies. Private sector engagement and investors outreach. Recently, I led a high-level delegation to Brazil in collaboration with the Nigeria Investment Promotion Commission to explore the prospect of mechanized agriculture and pilot ranching partnerships suited to Delta's climate. Discussions are ongoing with leading Brazilian firms which specializes in ranching and agricultural technology. In the last 2 years, we have distributed agricultural inputs to 6,020 farmers under Delta State Community Action for Resilience and Economic Stimulus program, aimed at boosting food production and food security. Let me also inform you that Delta government is promoting urban farming by encouraging citizens, particularly civil servants and the political class, to engage in farming around their homes to enhance food crop production with a view to preventing food shortages and combating food price increases. Delta State is pioneering innovative partnership with the Blue Carbon Market as part of our strategy to diversify our revenue base, strengthening physical sustainability and environmental resilience. Recall that in 2024, we signed an MOU with Oborevwori Limited in partnership with Advasa Limited, both from the United Kingdom, to develop one of the world's largest mangrove and seagrass restoration programs named Delta Azure Carbon Mosaic Project. I am happy to report that through our collaboration with the federal government, Ministry of Federal Government and the Ministry of Finance and National Council on Climate Change, our President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, recently approved the National Carbon Framework and Registry that aligns with Article 6 of the Paris Agreement. With this landmark policy now in place, we are confident the process of implementation will be accelerated with the issuance of a no objection letter to the Delta Azure Mosaic project. The focus of the 2026 budget. Mr. Speaker, as we enjoy our successes and celebrate our achievements, we are mindful of new grounds that need to be conquered. We are determined to work for our people, deliver on the promises of the MORE agenda, and make life more meaningful for everybody. Hence, Budget 2026 is about the government continuing to rise to the recurring challenges of fiscal discipline, economic diversification, social cohesion, infrastructural renewal, human capital development, and creating the right conditions for growth and prosperity. Achieving success will require the full buy-in of the three arms of government. I therefore invite Mr. Speaker and all members to support the vision encapsulated in these budget proposals and work with us to build a future that is just, fair, and equitable. These principles form the basis for the formation of Budget 2026, ensuring that it is people-centric, sustainable, and aligned with our collective aspirations. At the heart of the Delta State 2026 budget is a commitment to social protection, safety net, and inclusivity. The administration recognizes that the poor and vulnerable members of the society require special attention and support. To this end, the 2026 budget has made an enhanced provision to support programs and initiatives that cater to their needs, such as education, healthcare, and economic empowerment. The government will continue to invest in infrastructure development, roads, bridges, flyover, public health institutions, and electricity to improve the state economic competitiveness and the quality of life of every Delta and resident in the state. The budget will prioritize agriculture and agro-processing, not only to enhance food security, but also stimulate job creation and diversify our revenue base. Commercial and mechanized farming would be pursued through PPP arrangement in a win-win arrangement. Human capital development. As always, human capital development will always have a pride of place in the governance of our state. We continue to support education, healthcare, and leverage ICT to equip Deltans with the skills and knowledge needed to compete in the global space. Mr. Speaker, it is in this context that we have chosen the theme as budget of accelerating the MORE agenda. As you may recall, the review, before I go there, let me tell you about the review of the 2025 budget performance. A total of 979,228,818,719 naira only was approved for funding both capital and recurrent expenditures in the 2025 fiscal year. That budget was the budget of fiscal consolidation. From January to October 2025, the actual revenue received from the Federation Account Allocation Committee and internal generated revenue stood at 738,648,000,000 naira, representing 90.5% of the proportionate budget of 816 billion 24,015,599 naira only. Expedition performance January to October 2025. Recurrent expedition. The recurrent expedition for the period under review was 340 billion 554 million 6,448 naira only, as against a proportionate amount of 290 billion 639 million 798,863 naira 50 kobo only, representing 117 performance. Capital expenditure. The sum of 509 billion 780 million 336,317 naira only was expended during the period under review, as against a proportionate amount of 525 billion 384 million 216,736 naira only, representing 97% performance. It is pertinent to appreciate this stellar performance. It's also gladdening to note that the bold and reformist policies of the federal government have started to yield the desired result, and the country is beginning to turn the corner. Mr. Speaker, I now present to this Honorable House the budget estimates for the 2026 fiscal year. I wish to announce a budget proposal of 1,664 billion naira for the services of Delta State in 2026. This amount comprises of the sum of 499 billion naira, representing 30% of total budget for recurrent expenditure, and 1,165 billion naira, representing 70% of total budget for capital expenditure. The 2026 budget size indicates an increase of 685 billion naira, or 70% over the 2025 appropriation. Source of funding. The source of funds for the 2026 budget as proposed will be mainly from the following: statutory allocation, internally generated revenue, mineral derivation, tax, other capital receipts, savings and oil revenue recoveries. Statutory allocation including mineral derivation. Subsequent upon the removal of oil subsidy, the fund receivable as shared from the Federation Account Allocation Committee has significantly improved. Using the forecast from the receipt in the past few months as a guide, the sum of 720 billion naira, or 43.28% projected total revenue for 2026 fiscal year, is expected to come from statutory allocation. This amount is more than the sum of 501 billion naira, 800 million naira projected for 2025 fiscal year by 138 billion, 200 million naira, or 23.75% increase. The increase is based on the optimism that the current peaceful atmosphere in the Niger Delta region will be sustained, and by extension, the stability momentum of the output, and sale. Internal generated revenue. The reforms we are undertaking in revenue collection in all revenue sources and the continued expansion of the tax net is expected to impact positively on our IGR in the forthcoming year. Therefore, our projection in 2026, representing 15% of the total projected revenues. The IGRO estimate for 2026 is higher than the 2025 approved estimate by about 116 billion naira, or an 86.5% increase. The increase anticipated in IGRO will come from the reforms being put in place, which includes the professionalization of revenue collection processes, easing of compliance procedures, and tax filing processes. Value added tax. It is estimated that the sum of 120 billion will be received as value added tax remittance in 2026. This is 48 billion 800 million naira, or 7.6% increase over the 2025 figure of 71 billion 200 million naira. There's noticeable improvement in value added tax administration, which in turn has translated into improved state share of the value added tax revenue. This can be seen from the over 145% performance level of the 2025 budget for this revenue stream between January and October, during which the sum of 85.9 billion was received as against the proposed 59 billion 300 million naira. Other capital receipts. The proposal for capital receipts for 2026 budget has been reduced from the sum of 92 billion naira in 2025 budget to 25 billion naira, or an approximately 73% decrease in 2026. The reduction is anchored on the overall working objective of zero borrowing to fund expedition now and in the foreseeable future. You know, when you don't borrow, it must come down. So we have not borrowed, and we are very sure that by when we are celebrating our third year, we will still not borrow. Contractors will be paid. You can see that workers receive their money on or before 25th of every month. Savings and other oil revenue recoveries. The sum of 489 billion, representing approximately 29.4 billion of the projected revenue, will be from our savings and oil revenue recoveries. This speaks to how prudent, efficiently, and fiscally responsible we have been in managing the resources of the state in the last 2 years. The cost control measures, fiscal discipline, and financial prudence enthroned by this administration is yielding results. We shall continue to do so and maintain this trajectory so that we can achieve more for our people with the limited resources without resort to borrowing. The current expedition. The proposed recurrent expedition estimate for 2026 of 499 billion naira is made up of personnel costs of 185 billion naira, representing 37% of the proposed recurrent budget, while the sum of 204 billion naira, representing approximately 41%, is being earmarked for overheads. The balance 22% or 110 billion naira is accounted for by social contributions, benefits, and grants. The personnel costs of 185 billion naira anticipates the annual increments and allowances, while the overhead cost mirrors the inflationary trend in the country. Capital expenditure estimate. The proposed capital expenditure estimate is 1,165 million naira only, or 70% of the total budget. This proposal is 535 billion naira, or 85% higher than the 2025 capital budget of 630 billion naira. This is largely accounted for by the larger budget size of 1,664 billion naira, as against the 979 billion 200 million naira of 2025. Mr. Speaker, very dear honorable members, please permit me to briefly touch on some sectoral highlights of the 2026 budget proposals. Road infrastructure. Like I said recently, road infrastructure is a core developmental need that is always in demand. A well-developed road infrastructure is a catalyst for economic growth. It facilitates easy movement of goods and services, reduces transportation costs, attracts investment, improves access to market, and thereby boosting socioeconomic development and generating employment opportunities. Mr. Speaker, our people continued to clamor for good roads and infrastructural facilities needed to improve not only their economic fortunes, but also their standard of living. We are doing everything we can to meet these requests, because strategic infrastructure delivery remains a cornerstone of our policy agenda. In the 2026, the Ministry of Works, Urban Highways, and Ministry of Works, Rural and Riverine Roads will be funded 30 billion. Education. Access to qualitative and functional education remains one of our priorities. In the new on our achievement, we shall continue to prioritize education and provide the necessary resources to ensure that every child has access to qualitative and functional education. The sum of 105.086 billion has been earmarked for the education subsector in 2026. Health. This government will continue to prioritize health care delivery across the state. A healthy population, especially of a youthful one like ours, can be a huge advantage. If well harnessed, it can be a catalyst for the economic and industrial growth of the state, as a healthy population provides a strong labor pool and market potential. The state presently has 441 primary health care centers, 65 general hospitals, and 3 tertiary health facilities. The sum of 50.067 billion is proposed for Ministry of Health in the 2026 fiscal year. Delta State Capital Territory Development Agency. Asaba is rapidly expanding metropolis faced with increased pressure on social amenities and infrastructure occasioned by its growing population. We continue to invest in new roads, schools, and recreational facilities to enable it mitigate the effect of rapid urbanization. The stormwater drainage project, a multi-billion naira investment currently being executed, will permanently address the challenge of perennial flooding in the capital city. To continue to support the rapid growth of the city, the sum of 20 billion naira is being proposed for the Delta State Capital Territory Development Agency. Oborevwori Development Agency. Mr. Speaker, Wari is beginning to come alive again with the major roads taking place. The city and surrounding metropolis are now wearing a new look of modernity. The residents who with hope and excitement that the city is on track to regaining its lost glory. For the 2026 fiscal year, the sum of 20 billion naira has been earmarked for Wari, Uwe, and Everon Development Agency. Power and energy. Electricity is an essential element of life. It is needed for the successful operation of businesses, schools, hospitals, and power technology advancement. To ensure a robust growth of the informal sector, we are poised to ensure the success of multi-grid template we are about to introduce in the state in the power and energy sector. These are the challenges posed by unreliable and insufficient electricity supply from the national grid. The sum of 16 billion naira is earmarked for the Ministry of Energy in the 2026 budget. Agriculture. Agriculture is key to economic diversification and sustainable development. Thankfully, the state enjoys good ecology and fertile soil suitable for cultivation and production of rubber, yam, maize, potato, plantain, tomato, and with competitive advantage in oil palm, cassava, and aquaculture. We shall continue to devote considerable attention and resources to fast-track development in the agricultural sector towards enhancing food security in Delta State. This will also enable economic diversification, promote self-reliance, and generate employment opportunities. Sum of 10 billion has been earmarked for the Ministry of Agriculture and Natural Resources in the 2026 budget. Social protection. Since we came on board, we have sustained the existing social investment programs and introduced new ones. We shall scale up interventions in this sector in 2026 fiscal year so that we can lift more people out of poverty and equip them to be prosperous and successful. Towards this end, we have made a provision of 20 billion naira to support social protection programs and initiatives. Mr. Speaker, this government is listening. One, like I have said, I will continue to listen to Deltans, and I will do more. And when I came in, we decided to put money in local government. I started with 2 billion. From there, it started rising. Today, it's a good news for you to know that we have a mark 100 billion for the 25 local government. Each local government will get 4 billion. To be able to meet such requests when they arise, we have set, like I said, we have set aside 100 billion, which each local government will get 4 billion. I therefore would like to enjoy our leaders to support the more agenda as we continue to do more for our people while ensuring equity and fairness. So this will not say that, okay, we don't have this project. You don't need all those ones. That money, if you want to do some road, want to do anywhere, you have a vote of charge. You see, that's why when you make a legislator a governor, it gives you a lot of advantage. You see the point? So you can see how we created it now. So you can see. So no local government is left behind. No. Mr. Speaker, we have consistently emphasized the importance of peace and security in our state, urging citizens to embrace unity, fairness, and brotherliness. I'm appealing that we need peace. It is only with peace development can come to your area. There's no need of fighting. Like I have told people, don't fight. Don't fight in Delta State. If you fight, it will not be good. Because we'll be losing a lot of things. Project will not go on. It is not good. We believe in this unity. It's only with unity that we can succeed. And that's where the federal was. If we are fighting, they say this state is peaceful. This state has been peaceful. And I believe with God, we enjoy more peace in Delta State. We'll continue to strengthen the security architecture in the state to better protect our citizens from all threats. Has invested in security upgrade, and we will continue to do more for our people to enhance peace and security. We are looking at deploying cutting-edge technology, including drones and sophisticated intelligent gathering capabilities and surveillance equipment. All these are in addition to the prompt payment of allowances, as well as the provision of covert logistics. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude the budget address, let me say that we are proud of the progress that we have made so far. However, there's still a lot more to do, and the journey to a more prosperous, secure, and stronger Delta will take the concerted effort of all arms of government. I want to place it on record, Mr. Speaker, that this honorable House has proved to be a worthy partner in the implementation of our policies and programs. I commend you all for your sacrifices and contribution you have made and continue to make for the smooth and effective running of this administration. In that same spirit of partnership, I invite the House to kindly and speedily consider and approve this appropriation request so that collectively we can work towards building the Delta State of our dreams where no one is left behind. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I want to appreciate you once again for the great show of love today. Since now, I step forward to lay to this honorable House the 2026 budget proposal as read. Thank you for your time and attention. God bless Delta State. God bless the Republic of Nigeria.
Your Excellency. Congratulations. Congratulations. Leader of the House, move motion for the House to receive the year 2026 appropriation bill.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, very distinguished colleagues. Mr. Speaker, I move that this Honorable House do now receive the year 2026 appropriation budget. I beg to move.
Speaker noticed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I am Honorable Marilyn Okowa-Daramola. I represent everyone in the Kano State constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to second the motion ably moved by the Leader of the House. I so second.
Those in favor of the motion as moved by the Leader of the House and seconded by the member representing Kano East, that this Honorable House do now receive the year 2026 appropriation bill as presented by His Excellency the Governor. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Dear colleagues, this is a money bill, and in accordance with the orders of this House, Order 12, Rule 90, Sub 1, Paragraph B, of the standing orders of this House, the year 2026 appropriation bill is deemed to have been read the first time. Dear colleagues, I said the year 2026 appropriation bill is deemed to have been read the first time. Chairman, Committee on Rules and Business, what dates for second reading?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Being a money bill, in order to accelerate the more agenda, may I respectfully propose tomorrow, 27th day of November 2025.
The second reading of the year 2026 appropriation bill comes up on the 27th day of November 2025 at 10 a.m. Clock.
Mr. Speaker, the third order on the order paper is year 2026 budget address. Motion of thanks to the State Governor, the Deputy Speaker to move.
Mr. Speaker, my very dear colleagues, I am Right Honorable Oborevwori Ato Akpo Esquire. I represent the hospitable people of Ethiopia East.
Deputy Speaker, I have not called you. He just read the order. Deputy Speaker, please move the motion of vote of thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Once again, I am Right Honorable Oborevwori Ato Akpo Esquire. I represent the hospitable people of Ethiopia East. I rise in my place this morning to move a motion. Before the motion, His Excellency's last paragraph encapsulates the fact that as arms of government we need to work together. And for those who believe that we should be carrying arms and guns in pursuit of the executive, we are sorry to disappoint you, because those who propounded the theory of separation of power, the great thinkers like Baron de Montesquieu, the great thinkers like Charles Louis de Secondat, I've later come to realize that a complete hermetic separation of powers is neither feasible nor desirable in an effective government. The three arms of government must work together. So I move that this Honorable House hereby express immense thanks to His Excellency Right Honorable Sheriff F.O. Oborevwori, Governor of Delta State, for the presentation of the year 2026 appropriation bill. I so move. Thank you.
Deputy Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remind my humble self, Honorable Oku Festus Chukwuyem, member representing the good and the wonderful people of Ika South in this hollow chamber. I rise in my place this morning to second the motion as moved by the Deputy Speaker of the House. I so second.
Those in favor of the motion as moved by the Deputy Speaker of the House and seconded by the Deputy Leader of the House, that this Honorable House hereby express immense thanks to His Excellency Right Honorable Elder Sheriff F.O. Oborevwori, Governor of Delta State, for the presentation of the year 2026 appropriation bill. Those in favor say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Dear colleagues, I want to say that posterity will not forgive me if I fail to acknowledge the fact that for the very first time in Delta State House of Assembly, we are witnessing the presentation of budget with over 30 non-sitting members of the Delta State House of Assembly. In this sitting, we have over 7 former speakers of the Delta State House of Assembly. Those who peradventure did not come also called to acknowledge to the fact that they are engaged and the time within which we invited them is short, and they do appreciate the fact that Delta State is one. So, in this sitting, we have Right Honorable Emmanuel Okoro, Pioneer Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly. We have Right Honorable Kent Omashane, former Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly. Right Honorable Basil Okolobawe Ganagana, former Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly. Right Honorable Frank Enikowa, former Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly. Right Honorable Olisa Imegu, former Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly. Right Honorable Martins Okonta, former Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly. Right Honorable Peter Owusanya, former Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly. We also have former Deputy Speakers of the Delta State House of Assembly. Right Honorable Festus Oviagas, Right Honorable Funke Kemen Solomon, and Right the immediate past Deputy Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Osho Christopher Osho. We also have former distinguished Senator Agarodo. We also have in this plenary the non-sitting members from the very first Assembly of Delta State to the 7th Assembly. I acknowledge your presence. Thank you for coming. We have distinguished Senator Igorota Amori, our leader. We also have our Madam Patience Okwofo, Chief Patience Okwofo. And we also have the former PDP chairman, now APC stalwart, Honorable Solomon Areyinka, and arrays of leaders across Delta State that are here present in this hallowed chamber. We acknowledge all of you for coming. Thank you and God bless. Please, Sergeant Tatam, lower the mace for His Excellency to exchange pleasantry with his colleagues members of the Delta State House of Assembly. Of course, you will agree with me that His Excellency, a non-sitting member of this House and is a 30th member of this House. Leader of the House, please accompany His Excellency while he exchange pleasantry with members of the House of Assembly.
One for the speakers. Sir, you have mentioned in the Hallowed Chamber that you have been able to achieve most of these things you listed, even without borrowing. Deltans would love to know, what's the secret behind this your mantra of no borrowing, and how sustainable is it? Then, sir, the Ministry of Works has a very big chunk of your budget. Should Deltans also expect new flyovers, apart from the ones that are currently ongoing and the ones that you have done the groundbreaking for? Is there any new surprise for Deltans? Those are my questions for you. I don't know if I should wait for you to finish.
Thank you very much. First, I'm very happy for the budget that we have presented, and the budget of accelerating the more agenda. Let me go with the last one first. Say, how do we sustain, whether we can sustain it? It was clear, I said it clearly, that we're able to manage our resources because we're being prudent. And when you are being prudent and pay as at when due, contractors will not delay projects. And with that, we are doing our best, and we are very sure that between now and next year, we will not still borrow. But you said, giving the chunk of this to works, 450 billion. we are doing a lot. And when you say works, it's not only highways. River line is still there. So 450 billion is something that Delta State need more roads, need more bridges, need more flyovers. Because Delta State is the only state in Nigeria that have more than 10 multiple cities. So if you don't give enough budget for the state, it's difficult to be able to accomplish all those projects. But you can see some states, they have only one city. But here, we have more than 10 cities that we need to attend to. So 450 billion is something that we are happy about. And if we have opportunity to increase it more, we'll do more. Because road is very important. You can see that the Ugele Asaba dualization is the longest road in the whole of the south side, 140-something kilometers. It has been completed. So we are waiting for commissioning very soon. By next year, we will commission that project. Thank you.
Your Excellency, sir, my name is Iken Nabich, TVC News. My question is on the fact that the budget increased to 1.6 trillion naira, and 2026 is a very crucial year because it's leading to the election year. Will there not be any distraction to actually performing as you performed in 2025, the budget in 2026? Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. TVC. 2024 we performed. 2025. 2023 we can perform even when we had 38 cases. We performed. 2024 we performed. 2025 we are still performing. 2026 we perform more because we have already connected to the center. So you can see the center is working, the state is the sub-national are working. So there will be no distraction. Thank you. That all? Thank you. Yes, is that what? Thank you very much. Thank you. You even ask. Budget, listen. A budget where you have capital 70% is something that is commendable. 70%, while the current is 30%. It's something that is commendable. 70% for capital. Thank you.
Mike. He's living alive. Are we on live? Are we still live? Wait! You cannot follow them. Wait! You can't even pass. Why are you so much That's what the commission. I get my bag.
Welcome back